All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Tennessee Titans. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. Protein spill. Go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marched off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Kill. Topper! 54. Watch the flag.
A give to Cohen. He heads right. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Ready?
Mike 54. In your face.
2nd and 15. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, orbit.
On 2nd down now, it's Chandler. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Down. 60 outlaw. Hey, Charlie. Hey.
Four down.
Hit it.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, my 7.
55.
Off the play fake. McDonald sliding out of the pocket. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Derrick Henry. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Now back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Mike 54. Mike 54. Ricky.
Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 23-yard line.
Got it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check tight. Check tight. Chance.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 3. Check 4.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
General West. Hey, Haywood.
Alert 3. Check 4. Check 4.
Hey, lock it. Lee Griffin.
From the 29, Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, first down. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
First down, Bears.
Ready.
Check 20.
80 weapons. Let's go.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
53. Here we go.
Look at me. Go. Shoot.
He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an
X3. 218, chop.
Here we go. I got 29.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Hard. 36. Ready.
They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I got you, punk.
Pilot, 64, weak. Leo. Hey, Sam off. Now.
Here's Tannehill. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Ready, set.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Draw play. This is Henry. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way.
Five.
Mike, 55.
Roll out.
55, Mike.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Got a man, it's Brown. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
Let's go.
12 yards. That's good for a Titans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Yep.
I'm coming after you. Patrick,
Bravo.
55.
Yo, faster. Be crippled.
This is Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Greystone travel.
25, check 25, check 25.
Hey, Foxtrot. Yes.
Hey, check Mike. Watching you find.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Hey, Wahoo.
Yeah. You don't want nothing.
Five.
Here's Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Switch up.
Hey, orbit. 2.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into...
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Go. Hey, high 7. Yo, cheetah. Get it.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. That's Chandler. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
At their
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. McDonald. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways. Might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Look at me. Zipper. Check the call. 61. Matchbox lights.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Man out, man out, man out. Man.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Hit it.
To the air again, Tannehill. There goes a deep ball. Enzo got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here.
Let's go.
At the
let's
line,
go.
prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
They'll set up a throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Hey, Haywood!
58 to Mike! 58 to Mike!
Come on! You better!
throwing on third down. Tannehill under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it makes the score 21-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Get it.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught at the 20. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. The screen pass here to Cullen. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Go, go.
53 for Mike. 53. Check 53.
They'll look to throw here. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
And the Bears first down.
This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Hey, Echo.
They'll look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw again. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And his throw here's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. He finds Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 17-yard line.
1st down, Bears.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Get in the way.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Let's go now. 60 yards.
Again, it's Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Ready.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Reed. Go on. General West. Go. Hey, Delta.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. Uncorks one for Davis. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
Back now in Nashville. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter.
On the set.
65, 65, 65.
5, 5. 5.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. 31's the mic.
They'll drop the throw. And Robinson with a big catch. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Cohen. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, let's go. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Check. 6-6. Pull it high. Ready?
They try again with Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll set up to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
49, check 49, check 49.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play that time for the Titans. 56 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. Now it's Henry. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, orbit.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
They go.
Now it's Tannehill. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike, 55.
Look, squeeze.
Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Cut.
Now Tannehill. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Throw left side complete. It's Sullivan. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, team 6, team 6, team 7, team 7.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Let's go. 10 Tucson.
Here we go, team. Here I come. Here I come.
Let's go.
The Titans go victory formation down to a knee. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance.